I'm going to check. Gameplay. Chat font size. Definitely keep it small. It doesn't look like there's a way to do that. And while we're here, it doesn't have an option for top left either. Oh, wait, never mind. Top map left. I'm going to go with mini map left because that's where I'm used to looking for it. There, that's much nicer. There's Flavy. Hey, turn back. Nope. I'm fine. We still have 2 skill points remaining. And it doesn't leave the annoying thing up. That's a good one. Oh no, it's about the same as the original for me, so some people may like it, some people may not. I will probably end up playing this. Don't want any defensive auras. We're going to go Holy Fire on this probably. They need to fix that arrow though. That arrow needs to be here. I'm going to complain about that. Make it go from the bottom of it. That way it's more visually reasonable. But anyway, that'll be for some other kind of thing. Super lag in-game. That's because it's online and it is 100% just a... Ooh, yes. Shared with non-ladder characters. Sweet. But that's because it's online and it is currently being stress tested. So everyone that pre-ordered it is probably hopping on right now and yes, control click is a godsend for this. Do remember to use that. Do I need any of the rest of that? I don't need throwing knives. I don't need mana potions. I probably should buy a belt. I don't need that armor. Don't need the gloves. Don't need the cap. The Minish cap? No. So let's see. I wonder if the colors... And we're not going to be able to have access to the items to actually see a whole bunch of colors shift, unfortunately. And if that was 2-socket, I'd get it. Nothing too amazing right now. Weapon-wise, we'll stick with what we got. Just keep moving forward then. So we got 1,500 gold. I don't know how the shared... Oh, actually. Can store up to 2.5 million in the each shared tab. I think it's per tab. Let's try. Yeah, it's per tab. So that changes things a little bit. You'll be able to hold 7.5 mil in your shared stash. It's on its own server. The beta is. So let's go ahead and get ourselves set up here. Just because we can. Now, I don't think I want to waste my gold on filling these up, but it's going to be a start. We're going to keep the chip gems just because we'll be able to use them later whenever we get into Act 2. That's one of the things about low-level play is you'll generally save those. SOJ for 7.5 mil. I highly doubt you'll get that deal. Let's actually put those in the first shared stash. That'll be my gem stash for the beta. I said I was going to buy a belt, but I'm going to put it off. We've got the waypoint. We need to go do Den of Evil. I'm not going to, like, rush through. I want to actually experience the game. So... And one thing that you won't notice just doing, like, a speedrun or something like that is a lot of, like, the little nooks and crannies on the side. You generally don't have as much experience with them if that's your focus. But it is a fun thing to do. So we know that the Den of Evil's right there. So I'm going to go grab this shrine over here. I do wonder if... Nope, it doesn't look like it refreshed. Oh, there's the latency. And I'm going to say right now, I kind of expect that during this. I do expect to be lagging. That's one reason why I didn't start with hardcore. Is because, yeah, it's not going to be stable enough, not even during the open beta, for it to be safe to do hardcore. During the final game, I would wager it will be. But during this, nah. I just wouldn't risk it unless you want a lot of frustration. So, deal with that as you will. Some people love hardcore whenever it's laggy. I don't. I still have plenty of memories of dying to that nonsense back in the day. Map-wise, things look pretty good. I have to say some of the borders between things leave me a little bit wanting, like right here. That's a little bit but still it's not bad. I wouldn't expect them to go into any more detailed work on that. And I'm really glad that there's an option to turn off the game name and password up there. That does save me a bit of stress. Because I was here working on an overlay, so it's like, so people can't just stream snipe. Because currently there are 95 of you in here. And I wager there are a couple who would. Totally without a doubt stream snipe. I may need to drink those stamina potions. We'll see. It gives me 30 seconds without stamina issues, but if I don't have to drink them, I'd rather sell them for money right now because we're not rushing. Hey, welcome to the chat. I'm glad you have decided to join the dark side. I should... Ooh, do I save one of these packs of shaman? I think I will, actually. I'm going to dive deep into here, and I'm going to see if the 666 bug is still there. I need to save one of them, so we'll just run past these and deal with that in a minute. Yeah, just to kill all the monsters. It doesn't say how many are left early, so that leads me to believe we might actually be able to run into it. Which is a good thing. I will take the cracked boots. Hammered in best class. I like the Hammered in. I generally don't play it very often, though. Simply because I like Zealots, I like Necromancers, I like stuff like that a little bit more. I like... Not even necessarily the basic classes. I like the Pumpkin Spice, no. I like playing just certain builds a little bit more than others. I do recognize the power of them, though. And I will actually use them for, like, say, Magic Find and stuff like that, where it's just kind of grinding for whatever, but... Your range on those revives is a little bit longer than it used to be there, buddy. Unless my mental scale of this is off or something. Now I could, for you guys, turn something on real quick. Yeah, I'm a Necro main, for those of you that are curious. So let's go ahead. That's one thing that made me sad about this. They didn't actually give me that. So what we can do... Where is that hiding at? Attack miss indicator. Apply. Now, whenever we miss an attack, I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit of vitality here. And we're going to just save our points. But let's see. Can we get a miss? It's not actually showing a miss. I know I missed a swing there. But it was supposed to show miss dialogue. Sorceress for teleport. Sorceress is a very, very good starting class. I wouldn't recommend it to new players, really, because she's a little bit fragile in their hands, but overall, she's still pretty solid as far as just... She's a really good Magic Find character later on. If you can get used to her, she's really, really high damage. There was the mistext, so if we miss, it's just whatever. Whereas if it goes outside of our attack swing range... I really don't like this down here. I need a way to turn that off, but I don't know how. Ooh, and we actually did get a miss there. Even though he was running. That means he had 0 defense. Although I don't know... I actually do not know if that works for monsters the same way it works for players. Ooh, and they added something down here. We're going to have to investigate that in just a second. It looks like a cave down on the map. That's going to get confusing, but... Full-on camp here. Median XL, I did it a little bit of it. I see the appeal, but I don't really like those like major overhaul conversions. They just throw me off a little bit. Hey, Corpse Fire. Corpse Fire seems a little bit easier than I'm used to.
I am overburdened.
Are you really? No, you're not. Don't lie to me. You're not overburdened for crap. We do actually have another slot in there. Fully recharge the 0 mana that we used. So now we are going to go check if we have the 666 bug. Why? Because we can. Yeah, Hammered In is definitely on the top of the meta. It can farm almost anywhere. I would recommend against Bale farming with the Hammered In. It's good, but it's not great. So let's see. We want to kill the zombies first. We want to keep one of the shamans alive so we can kind of force this bug. I want to see if it's still in there. I know that's a weird thing, but there's another zombie up there. But what we got to do is we got to get the count below 5. And then bring it back up over it. Okay, so we have 2 shamans. Let's go ahead and get rid of one of them. So there's gold there. Got another zombie there. We actually still have over 5. Kill all the monsters in the den. Okay, so we are now below 5. So we need them to revive one. So we're just going to wait. Revive a friend there, buddy. You got a few corpses here to mess with. He's just refusing. It's so weird. Why are you refusing to revive them? I'll go over here and I'll just start pilfering stuff until you work. Until you work with me there, friend. That's actually really strange. Usually it would revive something by now. Let's see. You know, there's a real easy solution to that. Let's go ahead and wander up here away from these guys. Hopefully it'll revive us while we're doing stuff. Da 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 da. And let's move that over there. Honestly, I have heard way worse. I don't really care about him. And it looks like he's just not going to revive things. That would be a solution to that bug, I guess. So we're not going to sit around the entire stream waiting for him to revive somebody. I'll test it off screen in single player after the full release. To get rid of the subtitles, you actually go to gameplay, I believe it was, or was it audio? No, it was gameplay. Gameplay over here, this is actually subtitles for everything. So whenever you take that off, it'll turn off the cinematic subtitles too. The bug, whenever you are in... There's actually... Oh, crap. There's a few bugs that happen in Den of Evil. The one I was trying to get it to do was actually the bug where whenever you go below the trigger for it to show 5 monsters left and it goes back over, it'll actually go up to 666 instead of 5. So the other bug could have also been triggered there. Sometimes whenever they revive stuff, and it's really hard to get to replicate, unfortunately. But sometimes they'll revive stuff and it'll actually break it so that it always thinks there's one more left, even though everything's dead. So, and you'll have to just reload the game to get the stuff going there.
Good evening.
So let's go ahead and we'll sell all this stuff. Yes, we're even selling the unidentified magic stuff because we're not that worried about it. This is beta, and everything will be gone fairly soon. In actually about a month and a half. The 666 thing, it's... The 666 thing, I'm almost certain, was a Easter egg. The bug... Oh, yes, please. That means we're going to have to sell some gems, probably. But that'll give me enough for there. The 666 was an Easter egg. The bug is whenever it sits there and actually has you sit at one enemy left, I believe is what it usually says. Taking a week off whenever it releases. September 23rd. Awesome. I'll probably be streaming that week as well, honestly. I'm planning on streaming this weekend and next weekend on the betas. And yes, beta is online only. I wish it was single player. I would love to try single player, but I don't have access to that. Because single player would mean I could figure out a way to import my characters so I could actually show off high-level skills. But we're just kind of chilling and going through easy mode. I'll grind up off-screen. Maybe get some like level 30 characters so we can see like Frozen Orb and stuff like that. But Paladin is going to be the one we're starting with just because I enjoy... Oh! Did that just pop up because I found it on the map? I think it did. Let's see, not Rakanishu, Bishabosh should be here. There he is. And there's another experience shrine. Thank you. I think they ramped up the experience shrines or something for the beta just so people can get higher level. Man, I am not used to playing this on Players 1. I'm used to playing this on Players 8. Ooh, rare boots already. Sweet. Okay, let's see. Do we have any more revival boys? I don't think we do. If we do, he's going to be over here on the right-hand side. No, we don't. Yes, we are going to lose all progress on launch. It is worth noting, whenever the game releases, if you play single player at all, you will be able to import your old single player saves. So you will be able to do a few things with that to kind of try out late game stuff very, very early. It's one reason why I'm saving all my old saves. I don't know how easy it will be to convert pluggy saves over into Diablo 2 Resurrected saves, and I am getting really tired of that stuff in the bottom left. Sorry for griping about it so much. It's like, I don't like persistent chat. That's going to incentivize more people botting. Oh, because I completely forgot. I was just putzing on through. Thank you for reminding me. Don't leave your game creating a new one is troublesome. Thankfully, there really isn't going to be too much of a need for that in this, because there is a shared stash now. And I shouldn't have sold that stamina potion. We'll live with it. But thanks to the shared stash, you can transfer pretty easily. There is going to probably be a situation where people are going to run out of character slots, and I don't know if there's a limited number of those. We will eventually test that as well. Are we levels? No, we're level 5. Okay. As far as the aesthetic of the characters, I think we're looking okay. I don't want to bother picking up armor anymore. This one... Oh, we're still in the plains. Sweet. I was about to say, we hit that wall soon. No damage numbers. Yeah, I don't like damage numbers, but I don't think that that's an available option. I need to kill these before they come at me. That said, I do like... Let's go ahead and zoom in. I think they did a pretty good job on most of these monsters. I like that skull helmet. Hopefully that's relatively similar to what the bone helm looks like. I wager... I don't know for sure if it's going to be mod friendly, but I would wager mods that do things like modify MPQs will be easy to implement, but I would almost say that some of the deeper mods like PD2 that require code editing might not transfer so easily. That will actually probably be a bit more work, because it is running on the game underneath. Like, let's see. I don't know what the control for that is. Let's see. Legacy mode is G. Ugh. Yeah. It runs underneath it. Or they say this is running on top of it. I still think there's a version that's running underneath. I actually prefer my Glide Wrapper version to that. That's painful to look at. The Glide Wrapper one is at least relatively clean. They made a poll about mod support. Looks like they'll implement it at some point. I would if I had my dream, this is going to be a kind of a weird thing. I would wish for something more like Grim Dawn's mod support, where it's literally you have a mod section on the main screen. That said, that is actually really well rendered for what it is. This is someplace that most people probably won't even go. So, and actually like look at in detail. So I appreciate the amount of detail that went into that. That said, grass in the bottom of that is not as welcome. Let's see. But I don't think there is a way to turn on damage numbers. I could be wrong. I can check in just a second. Let's go unlook. Item label, pickup, auto party invite turned off. Show clock, no. Could turn on camera shake if we wanted to. I'll probably end up turning it off because that on other games makes me kind of motion sick. Nope. Doesn't look like there's a way. That was the menu for the miss thing, so I would wager that's where the attack damage thing would be. That does remind me I do need to double check if the damage here, if the lying character screen is still lying or not. Because I wager that's probably on their list of bugs that they were wanting to fix, but... And why did my OBS just crash? No, yes, maybe. It might have.